Oh, here we go. I've been looking forward to this. So this is everything. We'll be playing this game tomorrow. This is everything that they changed with Metal Gear Solid and 3 and Metal Gear Solid Delta. You're gonna watch this whole thing.
Virtuous mission now.
Metal Gear Solid Delta, despite the massively updated look, isn't as big of a remake as it seems at first glance. All of the areas are still divided by loading screens, all the dialogue audio is the same, and for the most part, all the cutscenes are a one-to-one recreation of the original. Weirdness and all. Yep. Still weird.
Ocelot, man.
That being said, after beating Delta, I still spotted some big changes made from classic MGS3, and I'm here to break them all down for you. Keep in mind, I'll be using PlayStation notation since I played using a DualSense controller.
Yeah, that's right, losers. PlayStation, best station. Unless you're playing Stalker, then it's PC. I'm not gonna lie, it's PC all the way.
Snake Eater offered a wealth of options in how you approach.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually shoot these cables. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't do when I played through this in European Extreme, simply because I wanted to get a good score. But you could actually cut the ropes here by shooting it, and it will make the bridge more unstable, and those guys will actually slide off and die. You could actually even hang on to the side of the rope bridge, but they'll see you if you do that. You can hang on to the side of the rope bridge. If you cut the cables to this bridge, it gets really unstable, and you could slide, and if you do, you have to quickly press the action button, which is triangle, otherwise you'll fall off.
Certain encounters, but that came at the price of grafting systems onto a control scheme that started with the first Metal Gear Solid. Delta has been massively
changed. So like right there, if that guy were to walk across this bridge, it would tilt, these guys would fall off and die.
Onto a control scheme that started with the first Metal Gear Solid. Delta has been massively changed in this regard, with controls hewing much closer to modern
sensibility. That looks so good. Yo, I'm super, super excited to play this.
When you choose the new style option. Examples include aiming and firing over the shoulder with the triggers, moving weapons and equipment to the D-pad, crouching to the circle button, and climbing to the X button. Instead of rolling by hitting the crouch...
No way! They changed that? No, we changing that shit back, boy! Nuh-uh!
Button while
triangle
running.
Button!
It's been completely moved to triangle, but you can still hold triangle to immediately go prone out of a roll.
No! 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 No, that's
CQC
disgusting.
Has also been moved
that's
to the right
god-awful.
No!
No, if there's an option to go back to OG controls, we're doing that all day.
Concepts are pretty much the same, except there's no pressure-sensitive buttons like with the original release.
Yo, I have played this game for over 10 years in the original style of the game. We will honor Konami, goddammit.
Instead of holding down circles super hard to
slit
someone's throat, you can just press X while they're in a
hole.
No! You can opt to use a hybrid version of the Legacy controls if you'd like, but that will switch you to the Legacy camera as well, which we'll discuss later. Aim and...
Really? Oh, that's stupid. Bro, that's just mean. So you mean to tell me that if I switch the control scheme, it switches to the Legacy controls? Or the Legacy camera? So you can't... That's so stupid. If you're not aware, I've got a little knowledge to drop on you. There were originally 2 versions of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater like Metal Gear Solid Substance. The original version that I've actually played, you couldn't control the camera. It was a locked location, just like this. You could still go into first-person mode, which is how you were able to see most of the map, but you could not control the camera. Then Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance came out, and you could control the camera. And then Metal Gear Solid, it came out with a new version. I think it was like... I'm not sure. But I do know that they came out with an updated version of it, and it did have the ability to control the camera. So these games, originally you couldn't control the cameras in them. They were locked locations, which made the game even harder. I almost forgot to say that the first time.
Fire controls will still be on the trigger, and you can move back and forth while prone while aiming.
That looks so weird.
You can't move while in first person.
Yeah, that's what you had to do to see.
Weapons will behave differently in Legacy style as well. As an example, the Mark 22 Tranquilizer in the original Snake Eater has very little bullet drop, allowing you to snipe headshots from far away. It behaves the same way in Legacy style in Delta, while there is heavy and noticeable bullet drop in the new style. Presumably since the updated controls and third-person aiming would make it far too easy otherwise.
I could get used to that.
While the updated 3DS
God, that looks like shit.
version included crouch walking, the original Snake Eater and even the updated Subsistence only allowed you to sneakily walk upright. Moving while crouched meant you went prone and started crawling. In Delta, you can now press circle to crouch and continue to move while hunched over instead of going prone. And to fully lay down, you need to hold crouch. Stalking has also been moved to holding L1 while moving instead
You can actually go up the side of the cliff now? What? No way.
And continue to move while hunched over instead of going prone. And to fully lay down, you need to hold
That's crazy. You could go up the side of the mountain now.
crouch. Stalking has also been moved to holding L1 while moving instead of using the D-pad, since the D-pad is now used for switching weapons and equipment. You can also now move in first person, albeit slowly, and movement while aiming while you're prone has been updated. Even though your gun will drop when crawling in first person, you can keep aiming in one direction while moving.
Yo, that's crazy. So wait a minute. Oh my god, I bet that's a thing. I bet, knowing the devs of this game, I bet if you shot a rock and it bounced off and hit a guard, you would still get the
Even
shot.
though your gun will drop when crawling in first person,
I bet that's a thing.
you can keep aiming.
See? I bet that's a thing. Because in the game, the revolver does the same thing. You can shoot other objects with the revolver and it'll ricochet
in one direction while moving in any direction, making lateral movement and backwards crawling while aiming possible.
Oh, no.
It's all much more intuitive, rather than having to spin like a top.
We don't talk about it, man. Don't talk about it.
To round out the rest of the movement changes, you no longer have to keep holding the left stick into a piece of cover to flatten yourself to it. Snake will now stick to any cover you press up against, even if you let go of holding forward.
That's cool.
While most of Delta is built on the bones of Snake Eater, there are some
Not a lot of people would know this. The controls for Metal Gear Solid 3 are actually kind of hard. In order to stick to cover, you have to be pushed up against it with the D-pad, not the D-pad, the thumbstick. So whenever you like lean behind cover, like whenever you're like turning behind to look and see who's there, it's like you have to hold like 4 buttons to do that. It's actually very complex. So I'm actually kind of surprised that they went away from that.
new animations.
That used to be like the theme of it. That's why I'm so good at it, because I played so much of the first Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 that I've gotten so used to it that it's like clockwork for me. It's just natural.
Particularly with the CQC
This actually might jack me up.
takedowns. While the Slam and Snake Eater used to be just one animation over and over,
Yep.
you now get unique ones depending on how and from what direction you approach an enemy.
That's so cool. Bro, we might have to platinum this game, boys. We might have to platinum it. It'll
While
be
you
my
can
first Metal Gear Solid
Still
platinum.
open up the survival viewer to swap out your camo, you can now do so in a pop-up menu without needing to pause by holding up on the D-pad, selecting with the right
That, by the way, this function is fucking amazing. The fact that I don't have to go into the menu, open up the camouflage, and then sit there in the camouflage menu and figure out what's best. The fact that I have a menu now, mind blown.
stick and pressing X. There's a small transition while Snake swaps into his new duds,
That's
but this
crazy.
is a much more intuitive way to swap into what you need without breaking up the experience. It only keeps your most recent combinations in this menu, so if you need a novel face camo with a particular uniform, rather than the usual suspects, you'll still need to enter the survival viewer.
No!
The codex receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear
That's
it.
Metal Gear
The
Solid.
1960s may be too early for a fancy codec, but Naked Snake still has a radio. Just as in the original Snake Eater, the radio will open the full-screen dialog box, but you can now also pop it up while still in gameplay, making for a bit more streamlined experience.
What?
Another great quality of life update is that you can skip individual voice lines and even fast forward to different parts of the conversation by holding triangle without the audio cutting out entirely.
In a battle situation, you'll only have a split second to decide how to attack.
In the original, skipping
Bro, we get to be listening to all their stuff while we're walking around. Like, there's a lot of dialogue that you don't typically get unless you sit there and listen to all of it. But if you can walk around and listen to their dialogue, we're doing that, dude. 100%. We're going to get the full Metal Gear Solid experience.
Anything would mean no more VO for the rest of the call. Also, if you interrogate enemies to learn secret frequencies...
Yeah, you can interrogate enemies. They give you like missile launch codes. And what you do is you can input the code. I don't typically do it because it kills the enemies that are in the area where the missiles hit. You can call in a missile strike, and it kills anything that it hits, obviously. But you can call it in. And there's something else you could do with it as well. I believe that if you interrogate an enemy, it marks on your map. It X's out where the supplies and the food are. Supplies is like the ammunition and guns that they have.
Yours, they'll show up on the radio dial here, so you can easily use them.
That's cool.
Delta also adds a photo mode to the Snake Eater experience.
Bro, we're gonna be taking so many pictures. We're gonna be taking so many pictures.
You can enter photo mode through the pause menu and change things like depth of field, frames, filters, and even toggle the characters on and off. Your options will be limited while in a cutscene, though.
Boys, we are not going to be playing Metal Gear Solid Delta. We are going to be experiencing Metal Gear Solid Delta. So I hope you guys got your uniforms on, got your olive garb ready to go, because starting tomorrow, we're not just going to be playing Metal Gear Solid Delta. I am even going to drop the difficulty by 1. We will be playing this game in Extreme, because in European Extreme, you don't get to experience the full Metal Gear Solid experience. We will be experiencing the full experience.
Just like the original,
Yes, they brought back the Krokans! Let's go!
there's one Keratin frog in all 64 areas of the map that you can shoot to unlock special camo. Delta
Special camo is like camo that the Predator has. It bends the light. It's so fucking cool!
has added a camouflage rubber duck to every area as well, which unlocks a different kind of camo. You can check your progress for both.
Really? Oh, there's a progress meter! Ah! Bro, what?
Both of these in the pause menu, as well as whether or not you found the one for that particular area. Just look for the checkbox.
Bro, I feel like a fucking kid in a candy store right now. This is my game, bro!
Delta's map is as bare bones as the originals, but now you're given a compass in your equipment menu that even highlights the direction you should be going, making it
Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. Because the map's already very linear. You don't need a compass. You don't need this. Whenever I played the game, when you guys saw me play the game, when I streamed it, we went to every area of the game. We completely cleaned out the game. You don't need this.
a quasi-minimap. This doesn't use a battery, so keep it equipped at all times if you'd like to keep your bearings more easily.
Oh, you can equip it. Okay.
Not only will you get on-screen pop-ups for actions you're performing in the field, you'll occasionally get reminders of where you need to be going, what you need to be doing, and even contextual button prompts like climb.
Dude, I don't like that. Please tell me there's a way to disable that. I hope there's a way to disable that. I ain't no pussy, man. I'm like an old school gamer, dude. I don't need that.
Or the full laundry list of CQC actions you can perform while holding an enemy.
Ooh. Choke,
You
throw.
even get enemy
Throat? Okay, so I can give you an idea. So, here.
perform while
I know exactly what all these do.
holding an enemy.
So you can interrogate them. That'll give you either a launch code for a missile strike. It will tell you where the food supply storage is. It'll tell you where any unique items are. You can choke them. You can choke. Normally, he makes like a noise. He goes, "Ugh." But if you hold choke, it knocks them out. If you throw it, it knocks them out. You can use them as a shield if you get seen. And you can actually shoot and move around with the enemy in first person. And then you can just kill them. Slits his throat.
You even get enemy indicators that let you know which direction an enemy saw you from.
Yep.
Some might
That's
say
nice.
clutters the screen.
I like that. I like that. That's nice.
A bit in what used to be a relatively minimalist UI, but there's no doubt it's helpful. You can also turn most of these off.
What is that there? Is that the camo index? That 15 next to Snake's name.
By piece and the options.
There's no way they moved the camo index to the middle of the screen, dude. It used to be perfect where it was at,
Also,
which was either the top right or top left. I don't remember
within
which one.
CQC range to hold someone up from behind.
Yes, you
wait
can hold
until
them
you
up.
see the CQC on-screen prompt to aim your gun. That's a surefire way
That's
to know
nice.
you're in the right range.
I don't need that. That's for pussies.
In later releases of the
Dude,
original,
who recorded this video? This looks like dog shit. What did you even like? Did you record this on a PlayStation 1? How does it look this bad? Holy God. Yeah, there's the camo index right there.
game
Stop
like
right.
Subsistence, a controllable
Thought it
3D
was.
camera was added that you could switch back and forth from by clicking in the
So
right
he did
stick.
bring it up. He did bring it up.
A controllable 3D camera was added that you could switch back and forth
Yeah.
from by
So yeah, no, the original version of the game didn't have the fully mobile camera. You had to use whatever that was. That's why whenever he is, so like for example, the only way to see further ahead usually is if you were to get up against this tree right here, and you like put your back up against it, and you could press, I think it was like the R1 or L1 button depending on what side it was on, and he would like lean, and then you would see further down. Or you could just go in first person.
clicking in the right stick. In Delta, changing the camera means changing back to the legacy control scheme and reloading the last checkpoint, so you can't
That's so stupid.
do it on the fly. Thankfully, without spoiling, some set-piece areas later in the game that were clearly intended to have the original camera still do, even when playing in the new style.
What? Really?
In the updated Subsistence release of the original Snake Eater, there was a mode called Secret Theater on the second disc that let you watch a collection of joke movies and even a trailer for the then upcoming Metal Gear Solid 4. In Delta, the Demo Theater, which contains all the cutscenes.
Oh my
of the
God, they
game,
brought the demo theater back. Oh my God, dude, I haven't seen the demo theater in years. Yo, so, oh dude, that actually takes me back. So the demo theater, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 both had it whenever I got the box set for PlayStation 2. So, the Metal Gear Solid 2 had this in it, and the little pictures, they had water on top of them. So whenever you walked across them, they had like little footprints. And then whenever you walked off of them, the footprints would leave water tracks that would go up, like however far you went.
and the Secret Theater both unlock after clearing the story for the first time, but the Secret Theater videos need to be unlocked one by one by obtaining film reels from specific enemies, and a few from Subsistence have been
I see it.
removed. You can see which enemies have these reels on their person, and the only way to obtain them is to hold the enemy up, circle around to their front, and
Bro, we gonna get all these bitches. We gonna get all these bitches. You just wait. You just fucking wait. Dude, we gonna get all this shit. You can also shoot their radio. You can shoot their radio. If you shoot this part right here, that's interesting. So, in the original Metal Gear Solid 3 game, this bit right here, if you shoot this, they can no longer call for backup. That's it. And if you knock them out,
person.
so if you knock an enemy out using the trank gun, they lose their memory. If you like punch them until they get knocked out and they have the stars above their head, if they get up, they're gonna know something's up. And like if they wake up and they're stars and they were stars, like dazed, when they wake up, they're automatically gonna go either into caution or alert if they see you. So what you can do is if you knock somebody out by punching them, you can shoot them with the trank gun and it brings out the Z's, and then when they wake up, they won't remember anything. But you can shoot this. I think you need to use a lethal weapon to shoot this. And if they see you and they try to call for backup, it won't work.
And the only way to obtain them is to hold the enemy up, circle around to their front, and point the gun at a sensitive area on their body so that they shake them loose. If you harm them or bump them in any way, even if you knock them out non-lethally, the reel will pop up into the air and break. Once you complete the game and unlock the Secret Theater, the list of films in the main menu or in the tip
Oh, I don't like that at all. So you mean to tell me that if you knock them out, the film reel
once you
breaks?
complete the game area on their body so that they shake them loose. If you harm the front, and point the gun at a sensitive area on their body so that they shake them loose. If you harm them or bump them in any way, even if you knock them out non-lethally, the reel will pop up into the air and break. Once you complete the game and unlock the secret theater, the list of films in the main menu or in the tips menu will tell you where every reel is, so don't worry about needing to get them on your first playthrough. Although if you really want to, you can check all their locations on our guide at IGN.com. No matter which version of Snake Eater you played in the past, it was always annoying to reload a save, often requiring you to exit all the way to the main menu. Now, if you accidentally kill someone in a non-lethal run, or you just get spotted and want to do away with it, you can load the most recent autosave very quickly, which will put you at the start of the area you last
Thank you so much, you get it! Oh, I see the frog. You see the frog? The little, the Kyotin frog is right there. It's right there. It's right there. Just gotta pop it. Pop. Pop. Gotta get that stealth camo. Pop. Okay.
Here's the process in the Master Collection version on Steam, released in 2023. I'll even speed it up to 200%.
Yeah, you have to go all the way back. Yep. Remember how much of a pain in the ass this was whenever I played it. And
And here's the process in Delta on a PS5 Pro.
Oh, baby. Let's fucking go.
I can't tell you how many times I use this, and it might be my favorite change in the entire game.
Oh, let's go.
Those are some of the
I'm so hyped for this.
biggest changes in Metal Gear Solid Delta from the previous versions. For much, much more on Delta, keep it right here on IGN.
Speak!
Speak!